Here we go. Business Not As Usual podcast with your hosts, Vince and Mike. How are you, everyone? And how are you, Mike?
I'm fantastic, Vince. How are you on this fine sunny day?
I'm sunny. I had no idea. I've not been outside. Uh,
I'm stuck in the basement.
yeah, I'm stuck in my office, which is in the basement. Yeah, but I'm doing okay. I've got nothing, no complaints. Everything is great, and I've been in and amongst doing the day gig. I've been trying to do a lot of stuff on online as you do,
As one
um
would.
as one would, and doing a lot of research and doing a lot of like sort of administrative things. And the one thing that I really enjoy about the internets is that in a lot of cases, I don't need to re-enter a lot of information. Like I can save stuff in my Google. And I don't need to enter a bunch of stuff. And to me, that is a great service that particular company has offered. And it got me thinking, and I know it's gotten you thinking as well. Is that platform something that can contribute to a broader transformational work that can enable your customers to leverage your platform to do what they need to do without a whole ton of involvement from you?
Wow, Vince, you're doing a lot of thinking. I
I
love it.
have. I have.
I think that is when we're. I mean, everyone talks about having customer. Uh, you know, they have the self-service type of route, which is
Mhm.
which is good. But I think now as we've matured in both large companies and government, we see what things like Amazon or like companies what Amazon are doing,
Right.
where with their marketplace, they've created a platform. So you go buy stuff on Amazon, and it's not just their products, it's small businesses get to put stuff on that platform, which now you have access to.
Hmm.
And Amazon is almost basically out of the picture, except for they get some points on the back end, and that's money for
Yes.
people don't gamble. But
Yes.
that is a way that you gain velocity and you gain a way of uh, creating a better experience, but also offering more value to your customer. So let's say if you're a government agency, um, most of that work is very manual. But wouldn't it be great if you, or an insurance company, wouldn't it be great if your customers could all join your digital platform and they could do, let's say a person had a car accident and they need to connect with an auto body shop. In the old days, your adjuster would, who was in the neighborhood? Oh, you can go to that place, you can go to that place, and you can call them. Wouldn't it be great if you could just go on the platform and you find the auto body shop that's connected and you have conversations, and then you as a company are just the recipient of that information. Like, I'm going to
Mhm.
Vince's auto body shop to fix this on Tuesday, and they'll be sending you the bill because you're my insurance company.
Mhm.
And so wouldn't it be great if you could do that? And that's what we mean by platforms.
Right.
And move it self. It's like those self-service is like the 1.0 version. Platforms is the next version everyone's going to, especially in government, because you have to gather. There's a lot of things that you do in government, and there's no way you could ever have enough people to make sure all the different parties, like the citizens and a business, could all convalesce together.
Mhm.
But if you built a platform that allowed them to be self-reliant, you could just make that citizen experience so much better, and you'd be much more efficient. That is the great thing about building a platform
Right.
as opposed to
And so
just like a website.
yeah, and that term platform, I guess, in the context of, Apple or Amazon or Walmart is just called marketplace. Like
Right.
it's the same idea, but it's connecting parties sort of that traditionally would have been sort of at outside of arm's length. Like I don't
Right.
know, you know, uh, Mike's crazy mugs, but I'm looking for a mug,
Right.
and as a gift, and I go onto Amazon, and I find this mug at Mike's crazy mug, and so Amazon
Literally
creates
does nothing in that.
creates the platform, the marketplace,
Yeah.
to enable that transaction, but actually is not involved in it. And I think, you know, that's a fantastic business model, because it allows you to then focus on creating that marketplace, making the marketplace experience better for all sides of your customer segments. But then you don't have to spend time doing the logistical stuff of shipping, and well,
Hmm.
no, sorry, you do the shipping. You don't have to do the production. Like you're not
Right.
producing the product, and so it does enable this more. It enables the transactional work, and it also allows businesses that are in your network. Let's continue the auto body example. um, if you need to look up on the platform who are the already pre-approved providers, you have the ability to support businesses that are local to that
Hmm.
individual, so that you're not sending them necessarily to, the Canadian Tires and the Walmarts of the world to get their car fixed.
Hmm.
So it actually it levels the playing field, somewhat, in getting services, and it makes it easier because I don't need to go through you to do what I need to do.
Correct. And if you take Amazon, imagine, Vince, you're a small business.
Hmm.
You're really good at building whatever it is that you build, but you're not good at e-commerce or
No.
a
Facebook
state
marketing,
or like
advertise. I could go on and on in the list of things I'm not good at.
state taxes.
No.
So that's all there for you. Amazon has already built that for you, and they built it once. So on
Yeah.
the Amazon side, they built this infrastructure once, and they may not even have built it all themselves, like Amazon proper. They bought some
Hmm.
stuff, and from the company side,
Hmm.
building a platform. I'm not saying you have to have all the developers to build it. You get a product and a product and a product that all integrate into your base, which now gives um, this great experience. And then Vince's crazy mugs gets to walk in and go, I'm really good at doing mugs. Now all I got to do is upload some pictures and prices, and
Hmm.
I'm already rolling. As opposed to trying to figure out how to do on take your thing of choice, Wix
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
WordPress. You trying to like hack the e-commerce part of
Hmm.
that product so you can do it yourself, right?
Hmm.
And then try to write like Vince is dying because he's done
Hmm.
this, kids. That's why
Hmm.
he's like, I should have just went to Amazon, or or any other thing that was pre-built, and I just have to put my pictures there.
Yeah. So allow me
Are you gonna
to.
tell a story?
I'm going to tell the story. So I did not make the mistake with Amazon. When I wrote my book, and I published my book in 2019, the one page project, for anybody that's listening, the one page project, available on Amazon.
Is that 2 pages?
It's like 180 pages, but it's based on this project canvas that I put together. But anyways, I did not make the mistake with Amazon when I wrote my book. Where I did make the mistake was when I was first exploring online on demand course content. And I thought, well, I've already got a website through I built through WordPress. Let me see if WordPress has any plugins for like content management, learning management, which they do. Making it work I took so much time and I
Let me tell
wasted
you,
so much
a
time.
Herculean effort, I bet.
It was, in the end, I had screwed it up so badly. I had to redo I just like uninstall,
The
reinstall
entire site.
the entire site. I'm like, I don't care.
Factory
I was
factory
so
reset.
factory reset. I was
How
so
much of the
upset.
how much of the little kid whining did you do? I don't want to do this. How much?
Yeah,
I hate this thing.
I was not happy. I did before I did that, I looked into, okay, should I just hire, a freelancer to build it for me? But it was a lot.
Yeah.
And understand,
Well,
now that I've been through the pain,
now you know why the price
understandably
was up.
so, right? But in the end, what I ended up doing was moving into a learning management system platform. So first, I used a product called Teachable. In about a year ago, I moved over to a Canadian product called Thinkific. Just again for tax purposes, it makes my life way easier because I'm it's based in Canada, so I get Canadian tax reporting. It makes it really really easy for me. But they've built the capability, the platform for me to be able to load my video content, my training content in, and I don't need to be a developer to do it. I can just shoot the video, edit it a little bit, which I've learned to do some editing, and then I post it. And it's there, and they collect the money. There are integrate, and so when and I'll be honest, when this concept of like platform building a platform, I had no idea what you were talking about because I don't know what that means. And so we chatted a little bit before. I'm just pulling back the curtain a little bit here. But now it totally makes sense because it integrates with, my mail management, my marketing, my list, my mailing list. It integrates with all these, and my payment provider. It integrates with all these things so that all I have to do is focus on creating the content and marketing it. I need to do some marketing, which I need to get better at. It's another one of those things that I'm not good at. But then once I get people in the door and they sign up for the course, I don't have to do anything.
Mhm.
Like the material's all there. They pay their money. I don't handle anything. It goes through a third party to me directly to my bank. Like it makes thing. It is worth I think I'm paying $400 a year for that
Right. That
platform.
and that's
It is
exactly
so worth it.
what I'm talking about. And
Right.
um, maybe for people that are, we're all using virtual type meeting software. If anybody is using Teams, that
Mm-hmm.
is a perfect example. So Teams is the base platform, and then they have, I don't know how many applications attached to that.
Yeah.
Product management, time management. They got like a poll tool. So all those things allow you as the user to um, add and attach
Mm-hmm.
things, like you said, Vince. And from a company perspective, they didn't, like Microsoft didn't build all those things. Just
No.
like probably the company that you were using, they either partnered or they purchased, but probably partnered because that's
Yeah.
the better model. All things that integrated with their base platform and then enhanced it, and then they step away and then allow the magic to happen. And so
Right.
when you're in a transformational program, I think what's important is when you have that vision of the platform, I think your job is to build the base platform and then look for things that augment it, because you
Mm-hmm.
can't build everything, right? We've already talked about there's too
Mm-hmm.
much to do, there's so much risk. things get too long, how do you
Hmm.
accelerate, or how do you just worry about your scope of building the base platform
Hmm.
and then scaling it with all these partners that help you give your customers what they need?
Right.
And that's what I'm talking about when we're talking about platforms.
Right.
It just adds efficiency to every company, which then adds overall efficiency to your customer.
And in addition to, and usually I'm the one to talk about efficiency, and you're the one to talk about what I'm going to talk about.
Right.
In addition to efficiency, it gives you personalization and customization, because now
Yes.
I can integrate what I need to. I can use the
Yes.
things that I'm going to benefit from, not use the things that I'm not going to benefit from. But it also then creates the ability to continually iterate on the platform to expand the offerings, to expand the capabilities. And I mean, like, so again, as we're talking, this stuff is running through my head,
Mm-hmm.
thinking through, one of the recent um, integrations that was just done with Thinkific is to integrate with Zoom. And so, previously I had to create a video to take.
Mm-hmm.
I have to create a video, I have to upload it, and then it's there. Well, now with the Zoom integration, I can actually sell live courses where people have to be logged in to access the link to that lesson. And so now I can deliver
Mm-hmm.
live, and it's made me uh, want to move, because right now I'm with a different provider. But as soon as that my year is up, I'm moving to Zoom, because it offers so much more in terms of my ability to do things. So but for other people, if they don't use Zoom, it's like, okay, cool, it
Yeah.
integrates with Zoom. I don't
Right. Doesn't
doesn't
matter.
doesn't matter for me. For me, I am looking at doing some more
But
live training.
uh, that
That works for me.
platform thinking allows you to scale. That platform
Yes.
thinking allows you to scale your business.
Yes.
And so, how do we bring this back around to what we like? Business not as usual. You it really takes into account all the things that we've talked about,
Hmm.
creating that service design journey that you ultimately want your customer to do, that have the processes to support it. But you need to have that in mind when you're going down the road of building a platform,
Hmm.
because that base platform needs to allow all the things to connect, but then is future proof for things that you don't even know. Like it that you can then go, oh, we can use that for that. We should partner with that company.
Right.
And that just gives you, as you said, the competitive advantage. So you're talking about moving from one provider to another because now it offers something new. And
Hmm.
that's now what's going to be the difference maker on between companies is
Hmm.
who builds the better platform for people to gather and exchange ideas or exchange services or find other services, because you're the linchpin. You're the platform that allows everyone else to come to surround themselves and coordinate around your core business.
Right. And it very much becomes a competitive advantage, right? Because the cost of switching is now higher. So
Oh,
if I want, right?
oh,
So
let's
so
not talk about that. That's
if I
another rabbit
wanted
hole.
to, well, hey, if I wanted to switch from my current provider to another one, or my current platform to another one,
Yeah,
I have to now go through, okay, do they integrate with all the things that I'm already using? Oh, they don't. Ah, you
yeah,
know what? Is it really worth it? Do I really want to move? Because now the switching cost is greater. I need to get a new mail
yeah,
provider. I need to get a new
yeah.
thing. I need to get, like, you know what? I'm fine. And Mike, I am not that guy to stick to the default.
Right.
But
If
if
it's so painful, you're gonna be like,
yes,
and
yeah,
I'll
not worth
I'm
it.
gonna I don't
Not
know if
worth it.
everybody could see this. That's
What
my
is that?
phone. That's my
Oh,
phone.
what is that?
Eh,
Is that new?
That's my Samsung.
Oh, it's very nice.
I got it right before a week before COVID hit.
Ah,
Uh, yeah,
that's why I haven't seen it.
yeah. So why was I holding up my phone? And I'll tell you why. Because someone asked me the other day, should I buy a Google phone or an iPhone?
Mm.
Seems like just pick one. Not that easy. I had to ask
No.
the person a bunch of questions. What other Apple products do you have? What are the Apple things? Where's all your storage? Do you use Google Drive? Do you have a PC or do you have an Apple? Do, there's all these things that needs to go. So you can't just say I'm going to get an Apple if all
Hmm.
your other crap is on Google. There's no
Hmm.
point. You need to get an Android phone because the store, the movies, the music, all the platform of Android has all these things. And if I were to now move to an iPhone or to iOS, do you know how painful that would be to switch
Hmm.
all my stuff to Apple TV, Apple Music? That's not going to happen.
Hmm.
So, as a consumer, I don't know if anybody overthinks it like I do. It's when you're on a platform, I hope you like it because it's a Herculean effort to get off of it.
Yeah. It can be, and I did make that move about 3 years ago now. I did move from an Android to an iPhone,
Right.
but
And
I already
everything else.
had and I have a PC, laptop,
Mhm.
but I have an iPad. I have
Right.
other devices
Come
where
on.
it was like, and really what it came down to was I had multiple calendars that weren't talking to each other from my phone to my iPad,
Right.
right? And so it became problematic. Where it's like, hey, are you coming to this meeting? I have no idea what you're talking about.
I'm at the
And
beach. I don't know what you're talking about.
it was because I put it in on my iPad and I only
Right.
had my phone with me, and so those
Yes.
calendars didn't talk to each other. And so it made sense. And anyways, we can go down. I don't want to start an argument
You
of
know
which
that
one's better, Apple or Google, or
I'm just
Android,
saying
whatever. But
that is the power of platforms. As
right.
a company, your
Yes.
platform can keep customers with you because
Yeah.
they've gone down that road. And it's
Yeah.
so hard to move away from that.
Right. So I guess bottom line then, I guess what we're saying is
And don't get me started
it,
on calendars.
oh,
Be-
I,
because you
mm,
know,
uh-huh.
I know there's always like a separation of, work and then your personal calendar, but
Uh-huh.
the amount of times I have something on my personal calendar that's not in my work calendar and then I forget about it and then someone's hey, are we supposed to be like talking right now? I don't know what
Hmm.
you're talking about because I'm in one calendar and they don't coordinate and they don't overlap and then you always like you need one calendar, kids.
Yes.
That's all I gotta say. I don't know how you do it, but you need one because you're gonna miss many conversations, and many of them are like for coffee, and then you're like, oh
Yeah.
yeah, ooh, missed you. Sorry.
Yeah.
So again, platform thinking is
Yeah.
important.
I've prior to the lockdown in March, I was convinced at some point I was going to forget about something because I was doing so much traveling. I had so much stuff planned for the year, which then all went, to hell, but whatever. Um, and it was like I know that one day I'm gonna get an email or something saying, "Hey, let me know when you're getting into Kansas City, and we'll grab a drink." And I'll be in my jogging pants and my pajamas and think, "Oh yes, I am speaking there tomorrow. I better be like." And knock on wood, it hasn't happened yet, but I even this today actually I was going through, and I've got a couple, I've got two more events that I'm doing to close the year, and I had to enter them multiple times in my calendars to
Mhm.
make sure that I didn't
Yes.
forget them, because I've got a work calendar, I've got a Vince Incorporated work calendar, and I have a personal calendar.
Ooh, you can't combine the Vince Incorporated and personal at least.
I have now
Okay.
I have now, but it's
Yes.
still like multiple
You're playing a
calendars.
dangerous game, my friend.
Oh, you're telling me. You are telling
It's a
me.
dangerous game when you're playing.
And this is what I'm saying. I know at some point I'm gonna get, hey, when are you getting into Orlando? Like,
Yeah.
oh
What?
shoot, what? It's gonna happen. It's gonna
Yeah.
happen, and it's bad. But anyways, um, so I guess just to sort of start the wrap up, we're now, put your tray table up in your seats in the upright position. We're going to start our landing procedure. Um, if organizations, if businesses want to succeed in the future, and want to do so in building these platforms, they need to make them scalable. They need to make them they
Integratable, if that's the word.
integratable. Yeah, integratable. That's fine. They need to enable integration,
Y- Yes.
right?
That's a
They
better
they
way to
need
go.
to. That's fine. Hey, this is what we're here for, Mike. We
Wait,
we help we help each other. They need to enable integration. They need to
solve
uh,
customer problems.
solve customer problems. They need to make the cost of switching high,
If you're the
right?
business,
If
yes.
you're the business,
Yeah.
and they need to create the environment
Hmm.
for other people to do the work, to create products within the platform or upon the platform, much
Yeah.
like Google,
Yeah.
right? Like, they're going to create the environment that lets that happen, and then allow people to customize their experience so that they can do what they want to do, what they need to do, how they want to do it.
Yeah. And let me just jump in for the public sector, um, where people can't switch. And
Mm.
so the
The cost of
uh,
switching is like moving to a
well,
new jurisdiction.
yes, but what's important is, um, you know, the opposite of higher citizen expectation and falling, like, more stringent budgets
Mm-hmm.
leads government agencies and public facing agencies to really gravitate, that really should be taking a hold of platform thinking, because they build what they need to build, like
Mm-hmm.
that no one else should be able, that no one else should build, because it's for government, that base platform. But then to scale all the things that we just talked about, who are those partners that add to your platform to make it all
Mm.
encompassing for your citizen? Because they can't switch. So you have to give them the best experience they can and be able to do all the things that they've asked of you.
Right.
And you're not going to do it because you're not at Google. You don't have 400 engineers.
No.
Your job is to deliver services. So you build the base, and who are those partners that add to the phone, right? Who are those people? And then
Right.
that's how you scale who you are as a public facing agency.
Right. Makes sense, right? Like, focus on what you're good at,
Yep.
outsource the rest,
Yes. Or
right? Like
partner. It
that.
doesn't even have to be outsourcing. You
Well,
can,
I
like,
mean, whatever.
it,
Outsource,
yeah,
like, get
out,
someone
out
else to do it.
to do it.
Yeah.
Yes,
Can't
absolutely.
someone else, the famous Homer Simpson campaign slogan, can't someone else do it?
That's right.
Like,
Totally
let
agree. Can
but
someone
it's
else do this?
more positive, right? It's let someone else do it. Let the
Yes.
experts deliver on their expert. Let Zoom
Yes.
be Zoom. Let
Yes.
Google be
Ye-
Google. Let, I'm just
The
running through the things that I'm using. Like, let SurveyMonkey do your surveys.
platform.
Let's yeah.
Correct.
Yeah. Let them do their thing, but then figure out how to bring them into your fold.
Into your ecosystem.
Yeah, into your
Yeah.
that's see, again, that's much better than into the fold. Fantastic. I mean, so whether you are a government agency, whether you're an organization, a business, and really, I guess it doesn't matter, because I'm looking at this from a platform perspective of a business of one,
Hmm.
and it's meaningful to me, and so it can be meaningful to anybody that's looking to build their platforms and grow their business as a result, as well as by again, for me, putting things in a on-demand video format means it's scalable for me because I don't have to the content is there and available, so it allows me to grow my business without a lot of extra effort, which is
Right.
great because it now lets me focus on other things. Fantastic. This went longer than I thought it was going to, and
Moi aussi.
yeah, très bien. Uh, yeah, but I think there's a lot here, right? And I think
There's
once
a
you
lot to unpack.
understand
Yeah.
what a platform can be and how you can use it, I think it's a really, really powerful strategy for businesses. So that is it for this episode then of the Business Not As Usual podcast. I've been Vince, and
And I've been Mike.
you've been Mike, and you will continue to be in the
I
next
will.
episode. But
And so will you.
we will. Yes, I will. We will catch you in the next episode of the Business Not As Usual podcast.